We are standing here live in front of the courthouse where Misty Pair will finally be charged for her war crimes. Steve, let's take it inside.
Now presiding, Honorable Judge Janus.
You may be seated. Misty Pair, you stand accused of 2 counts of war crimes. Fraudulent pricing to claim a victory, causing traumatic stress to Poke Trev. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Okay, proceed to trial. Poke State, call your first witness. The Poke State calls its witness, Poke Trev, to the stand.
I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God.
Now that we've got you sworn in, first off, how did it make you feel when Misty sent you that Lost Origins, knowing how terribly that would damage you?
You know, it kind of made me feel like that time my dad said he was going to go out for milk. 10 years is too long to wait for something good.
Oh, that's terrible. So she brings back trauma from your childhood.
And 3 months ago. I knew exactly what they were going to do. They know how much effort I went through to pull the Giratina, and they know how salty I was when Misty just casually opened up an Annihilate box. She brings back trauma.
So, it took you 17 booster boxes to pull the Giratina from Lost Origins. Misty pulls it in 1 Annihilate EX box, and she just keeps throwing it back at you. I mean, is that not a war crime?
You know, it's funny. I really thought that I was being a good friend by trying to, give the two of you exposure. Sure feels nice to be appreciated.
So, she really did you dirty. This is a prime example of the kind of person that Misty really is. You know? Grabs a hold of something and doesn't let it go.
No. Like a win she didn't have.
To my exact point. Not only has she falsified wins, but she has just caused emotional damage, and she brings up trauma from the past. And then she is a troll online.
I know. You literally send... If you want to pull anything, you don't open an ETB. Unless it's a special set, because you can only open ETBs. But you send a Lost Origin ETB? For God's sakes, have you ever opened a Sword and Shield ETB and pulled anything? No! Nothing. Because you don't pull anything from a Lost Origin ETB, Misty! You know this. You want the truth? You can't handle the truth.
She knows what she was doing. Last question. How much therapy did you have to go through after opening that ETB of Lost Origins?
Reconciling with my father was easier.
Poke State calls Misty Pair to the stand. So, Misty, tell me the events that led up to your ill-gotten win on that day.
It was like any other day. I just got up and got ready to film, and that's exactly what we did. We just sat down and we filmed, and everything seemed normal. I did the pricing like I always do. I even double-checked with John and made sure that he was good with the numbers.
So you're telling me right now that John knew about this and he still filed charges against you?
John was okay with the numbers that were put down. I actually wasn't called out by John. John just ended up jumping on the bandwagon. One of our subscribers is the one that caught my mistake. Again, it is a mistake.
Oh, so one of the subscribers caught it. How many times does this happen? How many times have you just claimed victories and the subscribers just haven't caught it? And you're just out there getting away with it.
Again, I don't know how many times I have to say this. It was a one-time mistake. I was really distraught that day. My Houndour stepped on a bee. I have never done this any other time. It was a one-time incident.
Do you feel good about yourself causing traumatic stress to Poke Trev? Sending him a ETB of Lost Origins knowing how he feels about that?
It was nothing but an innocent battle. We were just out to have fun. I mean, I had no idea that it was going to cause such traumatic stress to Poke Trev.
Yeah, real innocent, huh? Because I do believe during Gonzo's podcast, you repeatedly threw it back in his face. Seems pretty guilty to me.
Again, it was all just for fun and games. I meant no ill intent.
Poke State has no further questions for Misty. Poke State calls Psyduck to the stand. Being Misty's Pokemon, you always have her back. But you were in the room that day when she fraudulently posted those numbers and won that prize. Are you going to stand here today and lie to the court and say that that did not happen? The state rests its case.
I do not rest. I do not rest. I will tell you right now, you had to pull it the first time. You had to pull it the first time. Then you had to keep telling me about it. Then you had to keep reminding me about it. Then you have the little snide comments in your videos like, ooh, I'm so glad I pulled it that one time. Wasn't it so cool how I pulled it that one time? I pulled it so quickly. I pulled it so easily. Nobody else pulled it as easy as me. Damn it, Misty. Damn it.
God. Ugh.
First thing I remember knowing was a lonesome whistle blowing and a young's dream of growing up to ride on a freight train leaving town, not knowing where I'm bound. No one could change my mind.